In problem B, I don't like the second equation when I look at this because of all the fractions. So I want to clear out the fractions before I do anything. So I'm going to multiply each and every piece on both sides by a 4 to clear out the fractions. Let's see what that does for me. So on the first piece, the 4 times the 1/2 should get me a 2x. On the second piece, the 4 times the 1/4 should get me a negative, just 1y, which is negative y, equals, on the other side, the 4 times the 1/2 should just get me the number 2. And I'm going to leave my top equation, the negative 2x plus 5y equals 22 alone. Okay, at least I don't have any equations with fractions anymore. So, in order to do substitution, I need to pick one of these two equations to start with that is easiest to get the variable by itself. Well, I'm going to pick the first one because I think the first one's going to be the easiest to get the y by itself. So how do you get the y by itself? Well, I need to start by getting rid of the 2x. So I'll subtract the 2x from both sides. So let's see what happens. That gets me a negative y equals negative 2x plus 2. I still need to get rid of the negative, so I'm going to divide everything on both sides by a negative 1. That gives me that y equals, well, be careful. What happens here is the negative 2 gets divided by a negative 1, which is a positive 2x. And then let's see what else happens. I've got a 2 divided by the negative 1, which is going to turn into a negative 2. Now, once I've got the variable by itself, what am I going to do with this guy? I'm going to plug it into the equation I haven't used. So wherever there's a y. Well, the equation I haven't used yet is the second one here, I haven't even labeled, is the negative 2x plus 5y equals 22. Well, let's see. So we said that we were going to replace any, let's see, y's with this 2x minus 2. So we're going to replace the y with a 2x minus 2. And again, don't forget your parentheses. It had a plus 5 out in front and a negative 2x out in front, and it equaled 22. So let's see what happens. Well, the first thing we want to do is clear out the parentheses. So we'll go ahead and we will distribute out the positive 5 to everything on the inside. So the negative 2x will stay the same for now. Distributing out the 5, though, will get us a 10x minus 10. We still have the 22 on the other side. But now we can combine like terms. We've got a negative 2x and a 10x, which is going to give us a positive 8x. We still have a minus 10 equals still 22. Keep on going. How would you continue to solve this equation? Well, we're going to add 10 to both sides to get the x by itself. That will give us 8x equals 32, getting closer. Now, how do I get the x by itself? I'm going to divide both sides by 8, which will get me that x equals 4. So I've got half of my answer now. I've got that the x coordinate for where these two lines intersect for that point is going to be 4. I still have to take this and plug it back into my first step wherever there's an x, so I can plug that in, that 4. Notice when I plug that in, I get 2 times 4 is 8, minus 2 is 6, minus 2, which will get me 6. So my final answer for my point of intersection is, well, remember x's come first in points, and I got 4, and my y was 6. And I'm done. Let's take a look at C.